There's nothing else you can do really when you've got nothing to do. The only thing to do is just hang around.
That young man is from Sandwell in the West Midlands. But the truth is he could be from any one of hundreds of places where trouble tends to start when young people feel they have nothing to do.
Vandalising, drug dealing,
setting fires and that.
It could be in Gateshead in the northeast, for example.
One year in particular, we spent £42,000 securing the course, the fences and razor wire and what have you.
Kids being kids, they'll always find a way through a hole in the fence or over the top or underneath it, whatever.
Or the London Borough of Havering.
We was getting attacks, but young people were firing fireworks, throwing stones at us and basically attacking and abusing us.
And the amount of false alarm calls and rubbish fires was actually affecting our main duty, which is to save lives.
Or in Burnley, in Lancashire.
I think in common with many councils, we have particular issues and concerns about antisocial behaviour, not least because our communities tell us that it's one of their top concerns.
And hardly surprising, keeping a young person in the criminal justice system is expensive. Typically it'll cost £200,000 by the time they reach 16. Yet helping a young person who's just starting to get into trouble to stay out of the criminal justice system costs less than £50,000. So it's not just local authorities who'll recognise these findings from the Audit Commission. Across the country, there are many different bodies striving to address the problem of kids who are tired of hanging around.
We don't have a lot of spare cash, but we've got a lot of resources, we've got a lot of equipment, and we've got a lot of buildings. So therefore a programme of this nature could be run anywhere with the right commitment, really, from individuals and support from partnership agencies.
OK, guys, listening.
Council were involved right from the start, but the main people from the council was the youth provision services and the youth offending teams, and later on as the programme developed, the safer neighbourhood teams.
The hook of the professional football club, the badge itself, the attraction of it, it's not just about putting backsides on seats within stadia, it's actually the clubs getting out there working in some of our most disadvantaged areas.
Football clubs have huge kudos and street cred with young people, and we can use that to work in those areas, and we can engage with young people probably better than any other agency.
Initially we took a short-term solution approach to it, again arresting and sending letters to the parents, but it was clear that I had to take a long-term approach to this.
We went out to all of the local communities within the area and the schools and said, if you want to join in, there are free lessons on a Thursday and a Friday night, and the response was within weeks was absolutely fantastic.
They didn't want to go in and play table football and, you know, play pool. They wanted to go in, they wanted to have access to computer games, to the internet, and it's pretty much the things that they don't have at home.
They looked at a mobile youth facility that could cover the whole of Burnley, which started off as a minibus and then grew and spiralled really to this, what we've got now, which is a double-decker bus.
Organisations like these will have faced a barrage of funding challenges. Youth leaders can spend a third of their time raising money from more than a dozen different funders, with no guarantees that any funds will be renewed after the initial grant. Yet, these are projects that are showing the way.
We've come not knowing each other, and we've got to work together in this cause.
But me and John didn't know each other when we come here, didn't know anyone here. We've all just got along, really good mates now, like, you know.
And actually, like, working as a team is a lot easier than working on your own.
I feel proud just when you come and look at it. Makes you like, that's my work, you know what I mean?
What we've done is we've brought not just the children, but we brought the children's parents into the golf club and into the community. We've took the golf club out into the community as well. And the good thing about it is that we're creating a better atmosphere all around.
You know, a lot of projects are set up and they do great things for 10 weeks and then it disappears and then the young people feel let down. Everything that we've said we're going to do with the young people, we've followed it through.
If we start going into the pounds, shillings and pence, it's probably working round about £1 a young person.
Youths have a better relationship with ourselves. We find that there's less antisocial behaviour, less damage caused, and therefore we all benefit out of that.
Getting them off streets,
getting them doing something instead of just sat there causing trouble.
We see our role as protecting communities, but trying to do that in a way that ensures that the perpetrator of antisocial behaviour actually comes through it and becomes a better person.
Better for the troublemakers and better for all of us. If just 1 in 10 young offenders could be helped, the country could save over £113 million in a year. The Audit Commission's report reflects what can be done and what should be done to create things for young people to do so they don't get tired of hanging around.